Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been before, and welcome to this week's video. Now I'm sorry, this week it's fairly short and straightforward restoration. So what I've done to make it a little bit longer, in one of my other videos some of you asked to see a bit more of the real tractors outside, and what I've done, Big Brother the other day, he's sold his combine. Well, it used to be my old combine and I sold it to him when I gave up, and he's more or less semi-retired now, so he's sold his combine so the people were coming to pick it up. So he got a few of his tractors outside to get this out because, you know, they were all in front of the combine. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to video some of them, so that's what I've done. So you'll see some of them in the yard, and then I've got a clip of my brother in a little patch outside our front door. He's doing a bit of rotor firing with one of his old TEFs he's got, so I thought I'll video that so you can see it working. And then finally there's my old Massey Ferguson 65 that I sold to him when I gave up as well, and he uses it quite a bit, this one. So it's on the 2-furrow Lemken plough at the moment. It's a 3-furrow plough, but the last plough bolts on, so because it's a bit big for the tractor, he's taken one of the ploughs off, so it's just got two furrows, and it's a reversible plough. So that's on the 65. So this is quite appropriate because this is what this week's restoration is going to be. So it's going to be a Corgi Massey Ferguson 65 tractor, and these 65s were the predecessors to the Massey Ferguson 165s. So as always, I'd just like to say thank you to my regular subscribers, and thanks to new ones, and thank you for everybody, thanks to everybody for watching my videos and making comments and, you know, giving me plenty of encouragement. So thanks very much everybody for that. So as I always say, let's get on with the old video and basically sit back, relax, enjoy the video and see how I got on with this one. Right, hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been before. And just before we start this week's video, I thought I'd show you some of my brother's tractors. He's been getting them out of the shed because he's got an old combine, but it used to be mine. I sold it to him, and he has sold it now because he's semi-retired, a lot older than me, and so he's got these tractors out in the yard. This is just a very tiny percentage of his collection, and they're all still used on the farm. So I just thought I'd show you some. After the last video people said they like to see some more of the tractors, so this is the 35X Massey Ferguson, and it's done lots and lots of work. It's on the old saw bench at the moment, ready for sawing some logs for next winter. It really needs another paint now, but there you are. So this is another one that he's restored from, well, he restored a few years ago. It's a Ferguson TEF, little diesel one. Lovely little tractors. I've got two of these myself, but very cheap to run. He's got the last furrow plough on the back. That's for opening furrows or doing the last furrow along the hedge. There's another TEF here. There's another one that he's done up. I think is this the first TEF he did up? I don't know, he's got quite a few of these anyway, and he's done them all up. They're all from scrap tractors that he's done up. Okay, so that's that one. It's got the old log splitter on the back. Now there's a 3-cylinder 35 here. It's almost the same as a 35X, but not quite. There's a few little differences. But she needs a paint, this one. But this one he's been using on the mower to mow the old grass for haylage for horses. And yeah, so it's just got a bit dirty. Well, there's my old Jersey flag flying for Liberation Day. Obviously we can't celebrate this year like we usually do, but put some flags out here as well. And up here there's an old Ferguson Continental. I think it's 1940, I'm not sure. It's either 1946 or 47. The one I've got is 1946. I think it's 46 as well. That's a Ferguson Continental. It's got the Z120 engine in it, so it's an American engine. And he did that up years ago. I got that one. He made one tractor up out of two. And basically he's just used it and used it and used it. And here we got another Ferguson TEF, another one he's done up. So I've got quite a few Fergusons. What I'll do as well, when I can, I'll video some more of the other tractors he's got before, you know, some of my future videos. So otherwise that'll be too long if I show everything all in one go. Okay. I've got some more flags around the other side of the house here. A Jersey flag and some Union flags. We always do this every year for the Liberation. My brother's got the old family flags down there. They're on my mother's side of the family. They owned a shipping line. They were shipbuilders here in Jersey. And these are the flags off some of the ships. And they were kept by the family. So those are flags that are over 100 years old. But my brother always puts them out on Liberation Day. Well, this year we put them out a little bit before because it's the big anniversary this year, 75 years. So my mother used to always put them out. You know, sadly she's no longer with us. So my brother's carried on the tradition. Okay, so back to this week's video. Okay, let's take a closer look at this old Massey Ferguson 65. It's all been overpainted by somebody. It's a pretty shit paint job. The front axle's bent. The whole bar across the front that the axle goes through is bent, and the axle's bent itself. Steering wheel's missing. Tyres are good. I've got spare tyres anyway, but they're good, so I don't need to replace these. So other than that, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. So we'll have a bash at that. Okay, so the next bit, we'll drill the rivets out and undo it. I've got a feeling this one might have had a loader on it at one time, because there's a rivet there, because that used to hold the loader frame on, I think. But we won't be putting a loader back on it. So I'll just file that rivet off flat, I think. Okay, so next step, dismantle it. Right, okay, here goes. See what we got. Alright, I could see. Can't see a bloody thing here. That's probably enough. That's the old rivet for the seat, so that out, but it's a funny old shaped rivet, that. Right, let's put the bigger drill bit on. Boom, that's it, I felt the bonnet move then. Okay, so there you go. Bit of original colour inside. Now I had one of these 65s. I bought it over the phone in England and it got shipped over here. Or it must be about 25 years ago. And I used it on the farm. The hydraulics were knackered, so my brother fixed those up for me. And I put a little canvas cab on it, Lamborn cab. And when I gave up farming, I sold it to my brother. So he didn't like cabs, so he took the cab off. But anyway, he's still got the tractor, and it's got a 4-digit number plate, which is worth quite a lot of money over here now. And I think it's 5680, which I'm not sure if that's one of the number plates that I've made up for the models. And anyway, yeah, so I still get to drive it now and again because my brother's got it, so that's happy days. Right, I have to drill a little bit more out of that, but I can't use that drill bit because it's too big. Right, let's see. I don't really know why they painted these model tractors cream colour and red bonnet. Yeah, the red bonnet's right. The mudguards should be red, so the mudguards were painted wrong. The seat should be red, the steering wheel should be black, and that's silver, like the seat's silver on here, and the wheels should be grey. So this bit here should be grey. I think it's Ferguson Stoneleigh grey it should be. And the wheels should be the same. Mudguards should be red, bonnet's red, so that's right, the seats should be red. And then these, the back axle and all that's grey as well. So I don't really know why Corgi painted them that colour. It baffles me. Why not keep things how they're meant to be? Alright, this seat's been a bit of a pain in the arse. She's coming. She's coming. Come on. Come on, baby, come on. It's not quite. It's almost there. There she goes. That's him. I don't want to drill too much of it out. Okay, right, so I'm going to have to get the axles off. My little files. Oh, where the hell have I put those? I'm feeling around the table here for the file I want, so I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's throw some light on the matter because I can't see what I'm doing. That's better. Now you can't see now because of the glare of the light. A little bit more. As I'm filing the old wheel here. Don't really want to do that too much. I think I'm going to have to use the Dremel. Try a bit more. Almost there. Almost, but not quite. That's it. Okay, just drill a little bit out of this. Slightly bigger drill. Actually, with those centre bits drilled like that, it actually looks more like the real thing, because that's what the centre of the wheel looks like on the real tractor, as it is there. I don't want to drill too far. I've never undone one of these before, and I don't want to muck it up. Mind you, I suppose it's not the end of the world. It's an old knackered model anyway. I think I bought that on eBay about 2-3 years ago. Never really did anything with it. Do a bit more. That's it. One off. This one can't be far off. There you go. That's that. Okay, so those axles are going to be drilled out. Very carefully drilled out. Oh, well, that's how I'm gonna drill those out like that. So I'll do this piece here. So I'll do that off camera, because otherwise I'm gonna not have much room left on my memory card. Okay, well, I just heated that up with the lighter, and I've managed to straighten the that won't focus now. Managed to straighten that axle, so that's alright. I think it's pretty straight now. Don't hard to see, but it's pretty straight now. Yep. Okay, dokes, that's it. Just get these tyres off, and hoopla, that's gone now. I'll put those in. I don't know, go in the old Dettol. Maybe that clean the paint off. Right. Okay, that's it. So next step, caustic soda. Okay. So it's quite funny, whilst we're doing this model, I've got this old Ferguson calendar on the window frame here. So that's a Massey Ferguson 65. There's another one up there. I think that one's a 65. I can't see from here. But anyway, that's the shape of it. Yeah, it's a 65. So there you go. That's okay. Got some hot water there. So I've got more than one model to put in the caustic soda here, so bear with me. Okay, that's the old tractor in. Right. Okay folks, here we go. Just a little bit. colour's coming up nice. Be like modern art in water. Okay, so that's all nice and polished up. I did it with a Dremel and all ready for priming. It's come up quite nice and clean, that. Okay, I'm going to go out and prime it now. Okay, so that's the tractor primed, so I'm going to go out and spray the colour on it now. So, we'll see what it turns out like. Right, okay, here we are at that stage again. I've highlighted the front, highlighted it, detailed it. Why do I always say that? I can never get that right. I've had to put a reproduction steering wheel on it because obviously the one was missing. The tyres, now these had paint on them, and the front ones, so I put them in Dettol, and I left them in for 2-3 days like a twit. Now the back ones are alright, but the front ones went all soft and started to sort of shred, so that didn't do them any good. So I've got some new ones. I bought them a couple of years ago, a big bag full of them, because I've got quite a big collection of Corgi tractors, and so I had those, luckily. Okay, now I've bought some decals, and I'm going to go upstairs and scan them first before I put them on here. So I've got another set, or I've got a few sets. If I've got it on the scan, save it in my computer, and then I can print some anytime I want. Okay, so let's start putting this old girl back together. Right, start with the old seat. So I'll shove that back on. What I might do is just push it in the hole and then put some glue on it from the other side. I think that would be my best bet. Make sure she's straight. Right. Do. I've managed to get some red paint on the bottom of that step. God knows how I've done that. My grubby fingers, I suppose. I'll have to clean that up. Right, I'll put these wheels on, front wheels. If I can. That through. Oh. Right, I'm just going to pin that a bit over. I'll do it on the floor like I usually do it with a hammer. Right, that's okay, that's done it. I'll put the tyres on first. Bloody hell, I can't get them on now. They're soft, but because there's paint all over the wheel, I suppose. They don't really want to sit right. They look almost too big actually. I think they're probably for the 165 Corgi. They just don't sit quite right on you. Although, you know, you could have a 550. Is it 550 by 16 or 616 on the front? Doesn't really matter what you put on. Right. So I'm going to put the back wheels on now. Now I've got to put the washer next. Oops. Right. Now, I think because I've drilled that out, I've splayed it out a bit. That washer needs to go down a bit more, I think. Or does it? I don't know. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. There's a lot of flop in these wheels. Well, that must be the way it goes. Right. So I've got to push a rivet in. So I'm going to put a dab of glue. I'm trying to hold us now. Dab of glue inside the middle of the axle. Right. Tweezers, I suppose, would be better. Try and get this bloody thing in the hole. You know, when you test fit it before painting, it all goes. You try and do it once you've painted it, it don't go anymore. That's it. Right, I'm going to put some glue in first this time before putting the washer in. Don't know if that was a good idea. I don't want to glue the wheels to the axle, but I've glued the tissue to my thumb. Right, up a daisy. That bugger in there. Stuck the kitchen paper to my thumb, look. Ow. That bloody washer's gone cockeyed. I think I drilled my hole a little bit cockeyed, to be honest. Yeah, not liking that. Right, so that one's gone a bit cockeyed, but I think it's because I drilled the hole slightly cockeyed, so there's not a lot I can be able to do about it. So it's okay, it works. Right, I'm going to put these tyres on. Put them the right way, so we got a bit of traction. Right. Now I'm wondering, should I put the decals on first? I think it might be. Nah, I'll put this on first, excuse me, because I might knock the decals trying to get that on. So put the old bonnet on. There. Yeah. My old glue stick. Put some inside. I want to put a little bit around as well. Look. I like my Bob Willis glue applicator. It's brilliant. Works well. So, cheers for that, Bob. Cheers for that. Simple tool, but a very useful one. Right. Here we go, last rivet. And in she goes. Right, whilst that's drying, I'm going to go up and I'm going to scan the decals, and then we'll come back and put them on. Right, I've got these decals, they're tiny, minute. So I'll put them in one at a time in there. I should have put the sponge, but I can't be arsed. Right, the old tractor, she's dry. I can't see a bloody thing here. Right. Don't want it too high up. It's not too bad there. It's not bad. That's not bad. Right, do the other side. Right, let's see how we're getting on with this. Trick is to try not to knock the other one on the other side, eh? put underneath. Such a tiny decal. Perhaps I'm being too fussy. There, I think I'll leave it at that. Won't focus. Okay, I'll leave that dry off. Okay, catch you in a minute. Right, okay, that's done. Now, I've got a little man here to go on it, old Headley. There you go. So there he is. All done. Another one saved. Come out rather well actually, I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah. And I made a box. It wasn't quite the right size when I printed it, or when I I printed one on a piece of paper just to see, so I had to sort of stretch it both ways to get it big enough to put the tractor in. Some of them you can print straight off the stick as they are and they're the right size, and some of them they're not, and this one wasn't, so it's not quite in proportion, but it's pretty much the right size. So yeah, so there you go, little box for it to go in as well. So okay, well, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's just a simple one this time, a quick one, but I was sort of running out of models to do, so I thought I'd just do this one, something different. But I've got a few more now since starting this one, so I've got a couple of projects to do, bigger projects again. So as I say, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and everybody stay safe, and please come back next week for next week's video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and push the like button if you like the video. And yeah, we'll see you next week for next week's video. Okay, cheery bye for now.